next.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Washington football team. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense about ready to go to work, and at quarterback in his 17th season now in the NFL, piloting his 9th different franchise, it's Ryan.
What?
Patrick. Throwing on first down. Fitzpatrick. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores, and you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Heineke on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Heineke. And the Raiders have got him. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And it's incomplete.
Did a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up.
Whoa.
30, the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. The big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Extra point line. And that makes the score 7-0. They're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Heineke.
Come on, the line.
Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
But apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Washington. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box
I
whether he
don't
just
know.
threw
You
the
gotta
ball
ask
away,
Scotty.
and he winds up only picking up a
Can I
yard
go
or
on the
two.
sleds?
I don't know.
No, it's bad.
It's gonna be dark out when he gets here. You gotta sit down. Please. Please.
Yeah, just what are we doing all this group?
Throwing again on second down. Heineke. And that'll be complete to the running back Gibson.
Come on.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders'
Come on, guys.
17-yard line.
Guys.
Was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago.
What am I
They
doing
got the ball
wrong?
early and often.
You're going on the couch,
And he'll be a big part
You're
of the game plan
above
here
me
as well.
and bothering me.
Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far.
Was I saying your
Got a
name?
first and
This
10
is
at
a
the
guy.
17. And here's a give to Gibson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And now it's a bootleg with Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return touchdown. First and goal. Heineke to throw it. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So all even at 7 days. They take it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Tackle there by William Jackson, former Bengal.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete.
Let's go, guys.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then
Did
running
you
stride for
ever
stride with
know
him. That's good
that you're
coverage, and it
my
led to an incompletion.
hero? I'm telling Mom, I'm done.
Punt team now as this
You're
one's
going to
sent
bad
away.
girl school.
Here comes
Yay!
Carter.
Yay!
41-yard punt.
Yay!
Gonna feed you
On the
poop
return.
Yay!
Switch hands,
Okay, you can
first
stop.
and 10.
Yay!
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special
Gibson's
teams
tired.
out there handled things.
Who cares about this
They've
game?
got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Anthony Harris on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 38, Heineke. He gets it to Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Escaping the pressure right. Open man here, Sims complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Heineke. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Heineke. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it.
What?
No gain on the play.
Great job.
And look at it, it's like this big. And not down here, too. Not down here.
It's okay.
Yes, it is, because I don't drink this
I
soup.
think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss.
I
That window
think it's
closed
true.
quickly. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Gibson is in. Touchdown, Washington. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Oh.
Lots of room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Yes, he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And this will be caught by Edwards. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Open man is Edwards. He's got it.
Come on,
and the
guys,
Raiders
turn
are going
around.
to 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Carr. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much.
And this
Who is open there?
Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Carlson on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Washington going to go on offense now late in this 1st half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. A first down throw for Heineke. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go.
Because somebody had a throw. Somebody had a throw. Literally a snowball right in my face, and I could not open my eyes.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And it went all over my face.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Dad, is that what your mom did?
And that is incomplete.
No, I'm playing my game. You can see me playing my game. You gotta wait. Please go over there.
No, I'm looking in the window.
And he made sure he didn't.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the
needle at the window. Here they go.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they'll line up to kick this one away. Here's Carter now on the return.
Stepping on me. No.
So we have reached it. That came a little abruptly here.
No, she can stand over there and look out the window. Yes, she can.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Stop bumping me.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Carr now on 1st down. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
My goodness, they've come in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they're fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On play action. Now Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Carr to throw.
That's my move, Billy. That is not your move.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. He's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And for Derek Carr, on that last completion, he just went over 30,000 career passing yards. A guy that came into the league in 2014, and not the first guy that leaps into your mind when you think of quarterbacks that have piled up big passing numbers, but Carr has been consistent, and congratulations to him on going over 30K. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
That's caught by Waller out left side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's not cool about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. From a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you have to have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense. And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, here's Heineke again. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely, that was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
Hey, bro, it's not letting me off. Okay.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Heineke. Thomas has got it, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
8 yards to go on second down.
Finish that off.
Off the play fake, Heineke. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Tight ends become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. On third down, Heineke. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Heineke. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting the ball in the passing game. Another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. Second and goal from the run. Gibson again, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And now Washington a PAT away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
Excuse me.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead.
Plug it back in. I didn't put Dad.
Guys, I'm getting.
Car, the Raiders come up 1st and
She
10.
plugged my
at their
thing in.
25-yard
Plug it back
line.
in.
I didn't.
Throwing to
Plugged
start the
all my
drive.
stuff, but she was
Carr.
doing it.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson.
I didn't do
And the throw
anything.
left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
He's going to try and go deep again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The Raiders on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. Watching drive for what Not
See you
just
later,
for
dude.
himself, but to
What are
keep
you
the
doing?
rest of the team relaxed, too.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
What? Nothing.
They'll go again with Gibson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there in that play. I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 5 now. Heineke, he gets it to Thomas.
That should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run.
Whatever you're doing, don't. You're going to ruin the shirt.
Move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs.
I
And they obviously
don't care if I catch a stretch on my shirt.
I'm telling Mom. She'll never buy you a shirt.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 9, Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
1,
So
11
the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yeah, the other one's at home or something.
3rd and short yardage. Heineke flushed out right. And he finds McLaurin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
I played with you all day
Put the
now.
ball in
Yeah.
some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. In need of both the touchdown and the two-point conversion here, down 8.
And it's time to just separate those two in his mind. Okay, the two-point conversion will have to come later. I remember playing for a coach and hearing him tell our quarterback, son, there's no such thing as an 8-point play. So let's not even worry about that. Get it into the end zone. We've got the two-point play cooked up. But let's get to that when the time is right.
They'll be trying to focus on the 6. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Carr now to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Once more, Gibson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it a 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Oh, God, why am I going out here?
Got to have this one. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
This is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Here's Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
He's going to go up top again. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before, we've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
Okay.
So for Washington, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.
Bro, my game.